a competent authorized person will be appointed who will play a crucial role between both parties, ensuring coordination so that while working in the interface, both parties can safely execute their tasks, either within or close to each other's premises. This will allow for proper control of the work. When we discuss the WCC indemnity study sim, which we refer to as the work category chart, we start with part 1. The first note is to start at the top of the list and answer the questions by placing an X for yes and no in the column. This means you need to start from the top and fill out the entire checklist, marking X or cross for whatever is applicable, so that based on that, you can prepare to identify which permit is needed for which activity. The second point is that all questions in Part A must be answered in order to use an existing GS. If you need to use an existing GS for any activity, it is essential that you select yes for all the subsequent parts. Only then can you use the existing permit type and the JS level, which is indicated below with a color code in parts B, C, and D for hot work outside hazardous classification areas. The AAA will be determined by the IWeb team. This means that the permit type and JS we have come to in B, C, and D will have all the checklist items signed in B if a critical permit is applicable. If we need a hot job or if no permit is required for a particular task, we can identify that based on the checklist in B, C, and D. After that, the AAA will be determined as per the job description, specifying what type of job we need to do in which area. The IWeb team will authorize the AAA based on the job specification. After that, further filling is not required in Part B and Part C. If you mark yes for the first part of Part B and C, you won't need further filling in the checklist or the WCC chart. That permit will be applicable for you. Where a formal risk assessment has been mandated by the IWeb team, the formal assessment can be applied to any category of the PTW, permit to work. If there are any requirements for FR1, you need to attach your FRA, which should be approved by the IWeb team. Additionally, you must ensure its attachment is done properly. So now we are talking about Part A. Part 1, number 1 is the approved JSA for executing land work, which we have in our JS in library.